Are you sure we should leave that oaf behind?
He may have lost to me, but he's still a former Silver Cross elite. He'll be fine.
Do you even hear yourself? How can you say that without the slightest shame?
Don't let what's past slow us down. We're one step away from the truth.
Van Helsing! How dare you barge in without notice? Was stealing my job not enough? I can't even rest my injured body.
Are you alone?
Who else would be here?
Third Mate William and Captain Goldland. They haven't been in here?
William came by earlier. We had a lot to talk about. Both constantly stepped on by people who can't stand us.
So it was him you were talking to earlier.
And then he left?
What else would he do? Spend the night here? I assume he went back to the helm.
One last question. Before questioning those two ladies on deck, you left your post for a short time. Where did you go? I hope you're not hiding anything. Eon sees all.
Bringing up the great Eon. I went...
Something's happened.
Captain Goldland? Did you just come from the deck?
No time for questions. Everyone, to the deck, now!
Now that's a first, seeing you this flustered. Where's all that elegance now?
It's William. Something's happened to him.
What?
Hey! What's with this wind out here?
According to our planned course, we were supposed to hit the storm belt tonight.
You said William was on deck. Where is he?
Wait. By something's happened, you don't mean he ended up like those sluggish sailors, do you?
No, they weren't even here when we first arrived. They weren't like this before.
Then you're... No, never mind.
Black blood infection.
What? How can there be a black blood infection at sea? Oh, I'm saying this now. It has nothing to do with me.
I know! You've been with me this whole time and showed no signs of bloodthirst. Besides, during a voyage, a ship is a sealed environment. There's almost no risk of infection once we're at sea.
Then how did they end up like this?
One possibility. Someone was already infected before boarding. Perhaps at that port where the plague had broken out.
Only a few of us boarded there. And you know we can control black blood. We didn't bite anyone. There's no way it was us.
The other possibility is that someone deliberately poisoned the ship.
But if you do this, everyone aboard will die. Must it truly come to this?
Either way, assuming the second scenario, there's one thing we can be sure of. The culprit isn't among the people you see here.
For now, it's contained. The black blood hasn't fully overtaken their bodies yet.
Which raises another question. Where's William? He's not among these people.
What exactly did Captain Goldland mean by something's happened?
What's this? A hat? Since when does a storm rain down hats? That's...
My head's still spinning. Did I really dream about those nasty bats? How long was I out? At least I'm feeling better. Right. I should go find something to eat.
Why is there someone hanging up there? And that person is...
This can't be real!
It's William. That's what I meant when I said something happened to him. He killed himself.
He's hanging from a rope tied to the rear mast. Get him down, now!
It's a dead knot, no way to untie it. We'll have to cut it with a sword.
Be careful with him. That's my brother.
That's where Captain Peacock gave his speech before we set sail. Why would William choose that place to hang himself?
Because I always told him it had the best view on the El Dorado. It's all my fault.
But how did you even notice him? If that hat hadn't blown down, we might never have looked up there.
That's my brother's. Give it to me. William, why would you do something so foolish?
Van Helsing. There's something I'm not sure if I should say.
No! This is your doing, Van Helsing. Had you not pressed him so hard, he'd never have chosen death.
I've been meaning to ask. Why are you so sure it was suicide?
Who else could have done it? The whole crew's lost their minds.
You seem perfectly sane.
Are you out of your mind? Why would I ever kill my own brother?
Hey, anyone else noticing something off about these guys on the ground?
The spread is too fast. They've fully transformed. Could it be something as potent as the plague sealed in the Forbidden Grounds?
Even the so-called culprit we just pulled down, he's turning too!
This is far too unnatural. They've completely transformed. Don't let them scratch or bite you, no matter what. Fall back and fight. Head for the captain's quarters. We might be able to use the narrow hallways there to avoid getting swarmed.
Wait, why'd they suddenly stop chasing us? They're not following us in?
They look afraid. Is there something in the captain's quarters that could frighten even black blood beasts this far gone?
Could it be the thing you're wearing?
Stop talking. Don't draw Van Helsing's attention.
Wait, if they're too scared to follow us in here, shouldn't we be safe as long as we stay put?
But the storm has thrown us off course. If we want to reach Sunset Isle safely, someone needs to take the helm.
You're still worried about Sunset Isle at a time like this?
We are adventurers of the El Dorado. As long as the captain stands and our sails fly high, we keep sailing toward our goal.
No. Oh, who even are you? When did you even show up?
Hey, that's not fair. I'm Jack. I've been here the whole time. I just didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
The helm is just above us in the aft castle. If we want to take the wheel, we'll have to fight our way up there.
But they've almost fully turned. Normal attacks barely knock them back anymore.
If they can revive even after death, is there no means to destroy their flesh entirely?
We'll have to use the metamorphosis.
Oh, you keep saying that. What is it anyway? You mentioned it when you fought that big oaf, too.
All you need to know is this. It's the weapon's final form. Forged to erase flesh entirely.
No, I will not allow it. You will not desecrate my brother's body, even if it is the only way to stop him.
Do you want this ship to become a beacon that carries the survivors through the storm? Or a grave where everyone perishes with your murderous brother?
No wonder Bob once said the first rule of the Silver Cross is to be ruthless.
Mr. Van Helsing, I'll take the helm. Please cover me while I head up.
Seems to me that you, a sailor, have more courage than your supposed crew-loving captain.
Van Helsing, have you forgotten your original duty was to protect me?
Jones, get him to the captain's quarters and hide. Jacob, with me. We're breaking through.
It's Jack. Yes, sir. I'll follow you, Mr. Van Helsing.
Huh. Why is no one around? Where did everyone go? Am I even heading the right way?
Come. Come to me.
Huh? Who's calling me? That voice. It's the same one I heard when I first boarded. Could this be what's been making me dizzy? Is this the place? There's a staircase going down. Maybe it leads to the dining room.
Oh, Mr. Van Helsing! These stairs will take you to the helm at the Art Castle.
Oh, why are so many blood beasts gathered here, of all places?
They're not beasts. They're my companions in adventure.
Then perhaps that is why they remain. Even in this form, their will to protect the helm remains.
Didn't you say you had some final form? What are you waiting for? Use it!
I've been meaning to ask. If I'm supposed to cover Jacob while he steers, then why did you come along?
Wasn't it you who said Noah might be in trouble on the other side of the ship?
After speaking with Silverhair through the ventilation panel, he took too long to respond. He may have run into carriers on the other side. If you're going to help him, head for the bow.
What are you even saying? You're the expert here, aren't you? Of course, you'll guard this sailor first, then help us get to Noah.
Huh? So instead of getting 2 additional helpers, I picked up a pair that needs protecting.
Mr. Van Helsing is Noah's friend. He won't abandon him. And of course, we'll help too.
Since when am I friends with him? Forget it.
Hey, am I seeing things? That lifeless ice just pulled off a pompous performance and turned those weapons into a bow?
A Silver Cross member's future artifact, unleashing its metamorphosis, was never meant for mortal eyes. Least of all heretics like you. Because perhaps one day, not far from now, I'll use it to kill you. If you don't want that day to be today, stay away from me.
So that wasn't bravado. That lifeless ice is really as dangerous as he looks.
Everyone! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thank goodness William wasn't caught in that blast.
Don't just stand there. No threat for now. Get to the helm.
Yes, right away.
With power like that, why did you spare him? If anyone deserved to face your metamorphosis, it's William.
Was it out of regard for Captain Goldman's heart? Because he truly could not bear.
On the contrary, those words were not meant to hold me back. They sounded more like...
No! I will not allow it! You will not desecrate my brother's body, even if it is the only way to stop him.
more like a reminder. A silent urging. That putting an end to William's body was the right thing to do.
Now that I think on it, the very first to speak of destroying the infected crew's bodies was Captain Goldland himself.
Or perhaps he's simply afraid to die. Too proud to admit that killing every last blood beast, even his own brother, is the only way to survive.
No. There's more to it than that. Whatever the truth is, it lies with this William before me. That's why I cannot strike him down yet. There are 3 questions I need answers to. First, I'm certain he was the one who orchestrated Aaron's murder aboard this ship. But after such meticulous planning, even roping Jones in as an accomplice? Why would he seek death before I could confront him?
Could it be that guilt finally caught up with him? Captain Peacock did speak with him first. Likely gave him a lecture on family and honor.
Which brings me to the second question. Where exactly were Goldland and William at the time? When Bob stopped us, Goldland was clearly heading toward Jones's quarters. But when we arrived, only Jones was there. How did Goldland leave? And was William ever there to begin with?
True. We never saw anyone leave that cabin. Perhaps there's a passage only the captain knows about.
If that assumption holds, then we can be nearly certain what happened in that room.
Then what's your third question?
When I discovered the crew had been infected with black blood, I suspected the ship had been poisoned. Jones's response was strange.
That walking armor? What did he say?
He said poisoning the whole ship would mean killing everyone. Why would anyone do that?
And? Isn't that just common sense? I'm course, everyone would die if the black blood spreads.
Ah, but I hadn't said anything about poisoning the whole ship. I merely hinted someone might have introduced poison aboard. Yet his reaction assumed mass poisoning. An oddly specific leap for someone hearing it for the first time.
Maybe Mr. Jones just thought, on a sealed vessel like this, even one case of infection could doom everyone.
That's one possibility. But what troubles me are the coincidences. This is the third suspicious answer I've heard today. The first was in the cabin, when we discovered Aaron's body. William's immediate reaction was to ask why Aaron had been murdered.
Now that you mention it, why jump straight to that conclusion unless he already knew?
Exactly. I already suspected him then. But the second time came when we reached the deck and saw William hanging from the mast. Goldland said that something's happened to William. He killed himself.
It's the same again. How could he be so sure William committed suicide unless he saw it happen? Or worse.
He's the one who killed William.
What? This ship is completely insane! Are both brothers cold-blooded killers?
To uncover the truth behind William's death, we'll first need to solve how Goldland left Jones's quarters without being seen. But before that, I must understand why William was infected with black blood.
Just now, when you saw William's corpse stir, you seemed startled and found it strange. I've been meaning to ask, what was strange about it?
Jones's reaction makes me suspect he knew about the poisoning. Perhaps he was even directly involved. And if he was Aaron's accomplice in murder, then the place where Aaron was killed, right before he died, suddenly takes on far more weight.
I recall he met Amy shortly before his death. And at the time, he was in... the kitchen!
Yes, the kitchen. The ideal place to poison the ship's entire crew.
If that's the case, could Mr. Jones have spoken so instinctively because he already knew where the poisoning took place?
From here on, this is pure conjecture. Aaron, Jones, and William may have been working together from the very beginning. Aaron was likely tasked with poisoning the food in the kitchen. Afterward, Jones escorted him to the adjacent guest cabin.
So Jones knew the deed was done, and Aaron, trusting him as a partner, let his guard down.
Then Jones struck him unconscious in the guest cabin and slipped the rope he had prepared around his neck, waiting for the right moment.
That explains why he left his post on the deck for a brief moment. It didn't take long, but that was all he needed.
And after that, William used the helm to kill Aaron. But we've already gone over that part. Let's move on.
Move on? What do you mean, move on? I never heard any of that! I've been completely lost this whole time!
But if they were working together, why kill an accomplice? Was it to silence him after he'd served his purpose?
The motive remains unclear. But betrayal or infighting seems more than plausible.
Then William may have been killed by Jones as well.
Hey! Why do you ignore me and talk about things I don't understand?
Or perhaps Goldland was part of it from the very start. Only those involved would know to avoid the ship's food today. So far, aside from us, only Jones and Goldland have shown no signs of infection.
What about Iona and me? And you? And that big oaf? And the beautiful sailor from earlier? None of us are infected either.
I never eat food prepared by others. As for Bob and James, they were likely too busy to eat. Wait, something's not right. I remember Joseph skipped his meal because of a conversation he had while delivering wine to Goldland. But I distinctly recall Goldland drank that wine. Wine that came from the kitchen. Could Jordan be involved as well?
You know, for someone with such a sharp memory recalling every detail, you sure keep getting that poor sailor's name wrong. That's on purpose, isn't it?
Maybe it's because all the sailors are dressed alike. It's easy to confuse one for another.
Right? That lustrous captain dresses like a peacock in spring, yet makes the whole crew wear the same uniform. Just in different colors. Even his own brother only gets an extra hat.
Wait. What did you just say?
Huh? Oh, I meant everyone on this ship dresses like they barely bothered. Oh, what's wrong with you? You've been flinching at shadows since earlier.
Have you noticed something, Mr. Van Helsing?
Matching uniforms. Brothers. The hat. And a veiled plea for me to destroy his flesh. Could it be? Oh no.
What? What is it? What's going on?
That's not William. I've made a fatal mistake. Jones is in danger.
And what is this room? It's filled with odd jars and bottles.
Come. Come to me. Let us feast. Until there is nothing left to crave.
That voice again. It's coming from deeper within. Why is there a wall here?
Come. Come quickly. I'm waiting for you, my fellow Moonblast.
I don't know who you are or what kind of price you'll demand, but my family motto is, if something gets in your way, just kick it aside. Strange. I break through one wall only to find another? No sign of anyone either. Maybe I was just hearing things from being dizzy.
I'm here. Come to me. Here.
That voice again! Who are you? Where are you?
Below. Find me. Quickly.
Below? Found it! This panel moves. It's pitch black down there. Who knows what's lurking inside? Maybe I should go back and find Noah and the others first.
Don't go. Please. Help me. Save me.
Save you? I thought you invited me to dinner or something. That voice. It's so faint. Almost like a child's. Wait. Don't tell me this place is used as a prison. Father once spoke of wicked merchants who smuggled slaves across the sea to line their pockets. And the captain of the ship, he looks rich and suspicious. What if he's part of something this vile?
Help me. Again. Am I below?
What do I do? Who knows what kind of dangers down under... Can I handle it alone? No, forget it! One of the Ganelon family mottos says, with a weak call for help, never stand idle. So it's not pitch dark after all. There's a little light in here. Looks like it's coming from those huge vats. What are they storing? They're taller than me. Who are you calling short? Strange. That pesky bat isn't even here, and I can still hear her mocking me. Let me take a closer look. Wait. What's inside these things? Oh! What is this? It looks like a blood beast?
Help me. I'm in the back.
Even if I weren't here to rescue you, looks like these things wouldn't let me walk away. Fine by me. Time to teach them a lesson. They look terrifying, but they're all bark and no bite. Wait, forget I said that! Don't fling that slime at me! Finally dealt with him. That voice from before. It must have come from this way. Is this it? You're not like the other Vats. Trying to stand out, are we? So, you're not someone imprisoned, then what are you? You look bizarre. But the strangest part is, you feel oddly familiar. How am I supposed to get you out of there?
Come closer.
Closer? Like this?
At last. Found you.
This should hold them off. Unless they manage to break the door down.
Is it just me, or do you sound almost happy?
Because this is my sanctuary. My sacred place aboard the Eldorado. We'll wait here. Not just until the ship docks, but until the world ends.
I see. There's a stockpile of ingredients here. And they all look fresh.
They're not just food. Each one carries a story worth savoring.
Like the tale of Octo the squid, who became captain by pretending to be an octopus?
This isn't a joke, Noah. I mean it. When I consume them, I learn their names. I remember their stories. And sometimes, I see what they saw in their final moments. The kingdom once radiant and thriving, now lost beneath the sea.
You mean you can glimpse the memories of the food you eat?
It's fine if you don't believe me. Everyone laughs when I say such things.
No. If you truly possess such a gift, then it answers something I've long struggled to understand.
Octo isn't a squid, he's an octopus.
That isn't what troubles me. What I cannot understand is this. Despite consuming black blood-tainted flesh before my eyes, you've shown no signs of infection.
Perhaps I simply digest quickly?
Wait. What if I've misunderstood this from the start? Your unusual appetite, far stronger than what one would consider natural, closely mirrors the ravenous hunger that afflicts those infected with black blood. And your ability to read memories from what you eat. It bears a striking resemblance to how we Bloodborne gain knowledge and experience through another's blood.
Noah, are you truly a Bloodborne? Do you mean to devour me, so you can keep all this food to yourself?
I do not feed on humans. And to be precise, I am not fully Bloodborne either. What I mean is, perhaps you were already infected with black blood long before we ever met.
So you do want me dead, after all?
No, quite the opposite. The black blood will not bring your death, but...
Eat. I must eat. Give me...
It seems you were right, Noah. Once they reach this state, all that remains is hunger.
The true purpose of the black blood remains unclear. But it drives its host to absorb all flesh, all thought, until nothing remains but hunger. That is its clearest symptom.
Then I won't allow it. I must protect this place. Its food, its sanctity. They shall not have it.
You misunderstand. They're not after the stores in this room. They're after us.
You killed them? So you truly are Bloodborne? Hunting them for your own feast?
Don't speak of us as though we're monsters. Even true Bloodborne drink only blood and wine. Those infected with black blood lose their will swiftly, but in return, their bodies grow unnaturally resilient, capable of limited regeneration. They cannot be killed unless their bodies are fully destroyed, or their memories erased.
So that's why you said the black blood wouldn't kill me? Though becoming such a creature hardly seems any better.
No, your case is different. If I'm right, you've carried the black blood for some time now. And without knowing it, you've learned to live with it, just as the Bloodborne do.
So when you claimed the Bloodborne are not demons, you were trying to soothe me. Afraid I would reject what I am.
You're quick to embrace the idea. Tell me, when did you first feel such hunger?
Bob says I've always been like this, but lately I've been eating more and more. That's why the captain banned me from kitchen duty.
Could it be the same as what happened in the Lupine Forest? Back then, we searched far and wide for the Moonblast, only to discover that Hattie, who had been with us the entire time, was... Wait. What was that sound? Something shattered. And it came from below.
What's so strange about hearing sounds from below? I've heard voices from below before, when I snuck in earlier.
But isn't this storage room meant to be the lowest level of the El Dorado?
Strange, isn't it? I've lived on the ship for over 10 years, yet somehow you seem to know more about it than I do.
Because I once glimpsed the ship's layout in Aaron's cabin, shortly before he was murdered.
And what you remembered nearly matches what I saw that day. Here, let me add the little figure I sketched.
This is the storage room we're in now. Here. According to the layout, we're already at the bottom level of the ship.
Then, could that sound have come from beneath the sea?
No, the noise was too clean. Like glass or metal breaking. Which makes me wonder... perhaps this blueprint is incomplete. What if there's another layer beneath us? One hidden from the rest of the crew?
If there truly is a hidden level, how do we reach it?
I examined the floor when I first grew suspicious. There's no hidden hatch that I could find. If there's no passage downward, then what lies behind that wall? The one that's noticeably thicker than the others.
That would be the captain's research chamber. Ordinary crew aren't permitted inside. Lately, it's been William entering and leaving the most.
A sealed room forbidden to most. At this point, we needn't even call it suspicious.
Don't tell me you're thinking of going back to the upper deck, circling around, and entering the research chamber from the other side.
The ship's not safe enough for that. And there's no need to go to such lengths. I have another way. If that wall is truly as thick as the blueprint claims, it shouldn't sound like this when struck.
No, don't tell me you're planning to...
Breaking through this wall may damage the storage chamber, but it remains the swiftest path forward.
So you knew all along that I knew how to open the hidden door?
I only sense that you hold this place dear, that you truly wish to protect this sanctuary. I know nothing of any hidden door. Only that I broke through this wall. Just as he did on the other side.
It's been some time. I trust you've made a few discoveries of your own, silver-haired one.
Silver and blood.
Silver and blood.
Moments earlier, within the captain's quarters.
You're so beautiful. So profound, so unknowable. Utterly enthralling. And on this storm-swept day you adore so dearly, I have finally silenced all who sought to harm you. Now, all that remains is to stop this vessel from reaching Sunset Isle. If the divine body lies hidden, then at last, we may be together. Never to part again.
I was rather hoping the object of your devotion was the sea, not something stranger.
What excellent timing. You always know just how to ruin a moment.
Why not follow Captain Goldland's example and tell me I lack elegance?
What are you implying?
Perhaps you should answer my question first. Where is Jones?
Shortly after you left, he claimed he wouldn't let you get all the glory for himself. So he went after you, eager to prove his worth.
You knew full well he couldn't handle a blood beast that far gone. Why didn't you stop him?
He may have been reckless. But for those who face the sea's wonders with nothing but mortal flesh, is that not a form of art?
Is that what your brother used to tell you?
Van Helsing, I've been meaning to say this for a long time. I despise your habit of always speaking in riddles.
Then allow me to speak plainly. I have no sympathy for those who scorn themselves and long to become someone else.
You understand nothing.
How inelegant. From your calculated murder of Aaron to the clumsy tricks you devised to dispatch the others, every act only confirms what you truly are. A cunning little coward.
Lies, all lies. I have wisdom ideals. I am neither fool nor coward.
You were even afraid of Jones's courage, his will to face his own guilt. That is why you killed him, and hid his body there.
Hey, don't tell me Lifeless Eyes was right all along. This...
I remember when we first came here to meet Goldland. There were only 4 suits of armor on display.
Back then, I was bickering with the walking tin can over his sense of taste. And now this place is his grave. Wait, you're...
My only mistake was underestimating the cruelty a coward can unleash when he refuses to face who he truly is. I, Isaac Van Helsing, 8th of the Silver Cross, hereby commence inquisitorial judgment upon you, Captain Goldland. Or should I call you... William?
Lies! William, my brother died before your very eyes. You forced him to his death!
I've already examined the body. I removed the hat and eye patch. I saw his face.
What did you say? And you call yourself the Silver Cross's most merciless hunter? Why didn't you burn his body on the spot?
Tell me, why as his kin were you so insistent that I burn his corpse? And stranger still, why did the face hidden beneath look exactly like yours?
Because he and the captain... They're twins! Could it be? William!
You old fool! Still breathing? I was certain Van Helsing had already dealt with you.
Not everyone's a coward like you. So terrified of a threat that you'd rather eliminate it.
Silence! Don't call me that again! I'm not a coward! I am the captain's brother, the sharpest mind aboard this ship, William Goldland!
Whoa! He really hates being called that. He's burning with shame and fury.
People are always most afraid of being exposed for what they've long pretended to possess, but never truly had.
Did you know they were twins from the start?
No. I only knew they were brothers. I thought William kept his face hidden simply because he was shy by nature.
Then it's possible he was concealing his identity long before you ever stepped aboard. I had assumed killing his brother and taking his place was a sudden act. But it may have been planned from the beginning. He may have simply been waiting for the moment to strike.
Van Helsing, you wretched bastard! Stop speaking like you're the only one with a mind in this room! Don't you dare look at me with that scornful gaze!
All of this was truly your doing? William, at the very least, tell me the captain wasn't.
Shut your mouth, you withered husk! You're part of this too! You're just a failure who stumbled onto this ship a few years ago. Why did everyone begin respecting you so quickly? Why did he trust you so much? You were fortunate not to drink the black blood Aaron slipped into every dinner.
You cowardly fool! You slaughtered an entire ship of people who cared about you!
Spare me your sanctimony! On this ship, everyone cared about my brother, about you! Even that girl, Amy! But never me. Raising sails, hauling lines, casting nets, loading cargo, you never once came to me. You cast me aside like I was worthless, incapable of doing anything.
You fool! You've been frail since boyhood! That's why no one pressed you! They hoped you'd follow what you truly loved!
Chris! Even my brother, always preaching about how the crew is family, yet treated me, his own blood, as dead weight.
Is that what you truly believe? Why do you think the captain was only strict with you? Why do you think he insisted on sailing to the dangerous Sunset Isle this time?
He must have uncovered what I was doing with Jones in secret. He's heading there to stop me again. To stand in my way, as always.
So it's true. The one trading in forbidden goods with Jones was you.
What kind of goods?
black blood.
What? That's insane. Who in their right mind would sell or even buy something like that?
There are cruelties born of man that even beasts would recoil from.
Ironically, this horrifying trait is not only real, but sanctioned by certain hands within the church itself. That is another reason I boarded this vessel.
What does any of this have to do with Goldland wanting to reach Sunset Isle?
That part remained unclear. Until now. But from what I overheard just before entering, and from William's own mention of the Divine Body, I found my answer.
The Divine Body. He spoke of it? So there truly is a Divine Body on Sunset Isle. If they always appear in pairs, then Kane's intelligence was right. There must be a Moonblessed on that island too.
It seems Goldland had already uncovered what William, Jones, and perhaps Aaron were doing in secret. On one hand, he sought to pull William back from the abyss. Such dangerous dealings would have brought ruin to the entire fleet. On the other, he wished to spare William, to leave him with a path forward. He must have learned through his connections that mortals can only contend with blood beasts, especially when their strength is unknown, by harnessing the power of a divine body. And the divine body on Sunset Isle, unclaimed by any Guardian bloodline, was the perfect target for a seafarer like Goldland to investigate.
Spare me your smug little deduction game! That nonsense about my brother trying to save me? How laughable! All he ever did was curse me, strike me. Once we reached Sunset Isle, he'll cast me aside.
That is exactly why you're a fool. No, he scolded you, hit you, threatened to throw you overboard. And yet he never once would have tried to kill you. He treats strangers like family. How could he abandon his own blood when it truly mattered? He never meant to blame you. He spent all his strength trying to clean up the wreckage you left behind. And it is precisely because of that he is the true captain of the El Dorado. The man we all admire.
Enough! I don't want to hear another word of your sentimental little family! I won't listen. I won't believe it. We've all already passed the point of no return.
Perhaps now is not the best time to interrupt, but I should tell you. There is still one place you can go, the Church's Inquisition. It ends here, William. Your cruel schemes fall to ruin, and your life will forever remain in Goldland's shadow.
I haven't lost. I haven't! It's only because I stood alone while you all turned against me.
You once had an entire ship of companions. It was you who betrayed them.
Your venom no longer wounds me. I never needed them. I don't care if they cared for me, because I still have one who truly understands me, who cherishes me, who needs me.
Wait, you don't mean...
This is my ship! None of you will take me!
Still haven't figured out the difference in strength? Such pitiful tricks!
Don't let her go down!
Oh, you big oaf!
William. He's a clever one. Spent his days studying alchemy aboard the ship. Especially fond of making things that explode.
First mate Bob, allow me to tend to your wounds.
No! Don't waste your strength on me. If the captain still lives, then he would want only two things. To protect the El Dorado until the very end. That I can still do. And as for setting William straight, I leave that to all of you.
But that imposter captain! He vanished during the blast! Oh, don't tell me he leapt overboard!
Impossible. William never learned to swim. If he jumped, it would have been suicide. He must have escaped using the secret passage in the captain's quarters.
Likely the one beneath the golden statue of Goldland. It's been moved.
Ha! As expected of young Van Helsing. You saw through it at a glance.
If I'm correct, it leads to the rest area beneath Jones's cabin, at last. Every piece falls into place. I'm sorry, Jones. If only I had seen it sooner.
Hey, lifeless eyes! Are you going after him, or not? Why are you muttering to yourself like some brooding poet? Huh. This statue's lighter than it looks. No wonder he moved it so easily.
On closer inspection, this statue isn't made of real gold.
Figures. This ship may dazzle on the outside, but beneath the surface, it's all ornament and rot.
Forgive me. Just like in the sailors' quarters earlier, I'll have to leave you behind once more.
Don't underestimate this old hand, Van Helsing. Though now that I think of it, hasn't the ship's course been odd for some time? Who's at the helm?
It should be that sailor, Jack, the one who helped us fight the Blood Beast. I think I got his name right this time.
Jack? I understand. Go, Van Helsing. Go after William. Leave the helm to May.
I'll make sure William pays dearly for what he did to you. And to Goldland.
I don't know whether it was right to stay silent. There was never a sailor named Jack on the ship.
Driven by the wheel of fortune, this chariot has begun to stray. The Emperor is dead. Yet my pact with him must continue. The fool and justice shall soon cross paths once more, and together they shall write the epitaph of the hanged man. But in a place unknown to them, the star has already entwined with the devil. Before we face the sun, this judgment, born in the heart of a storm, has only reached its intermission.
It's clear now. William killed Captain Goldman in Jones's quarters, then used this hidden passage to reach the upper deck.
Moreover, the secret passage was constructed cleverly. It links all 3 levels of the quarters.
Wait a minute. This place... Is it an alchemy laboratory?
First Mate Bob did mention that William had been studying alchemy.
So this is where that imposter captain was brewing his wicked schemes? Hey, lifeless eyes! Quick, gather your precious evidences!
But the materials and reagents used here are all mundane. At best, he could have produced a few minor explosives. Nothing more than toys.
Now that you mention it, that final form weapon you used earlier made a far bigger bang than anything our fake captain managed.
Mr. Van Helsing does seem highly versed in alchemy.
That is thanks to my mentor, one of the continent's foremost alchemists. From him I learned much that serves me well in investigative work.
Ugh. Whenever someone brings up alchemists, I can't help thinking of that strange old butler from our castle.
This chamber appears on the ship's blueprint, so it stands to reason no forbidden research was done here. Wait. The wall thickness marked here is irregular, and far too much space was allotted in the lower hull. I recall my mentor once saying, "Every seasoned alchemist keeps a hidden workshop. Search the walls and flooring. There may be hidden doors, false panels, or concealed rooms."
If you mean hidden doors, I've already found one. Though calling it a door might be generous. It's more like a section of wall that's been smashed open.
There's sound coming from the other side as well.
I know nothing of any hidden door. Only that I broke through this wall.
It's...
Just as he did on the other side.
It's been some time, Silver-Haired. I expect you've uncovered your share of truths as well.
Let's exchange what we know.
So much happened in the time it takes to miss a single meal. First Mate Bob is gravely wounded. Third Mate William turned traitor. And even the captain is dead.
Amy, I know you're hurting. But at a time like this, we should...
Well then, it seems there's no one left to challenge me for the captain's seat.
Bob's injured, not dead.
And who's this stinking jellyfish? So carefree and always alone with Noah.
That is Miss Amy, an apprentice aboard this vessel. She's likely mourning and just doesn't know how to show it. Why jellyfish?
Because she floats through life like a jellyfish. And now she's snacking on her own kind.
Someone mentioned dinner, and now I'm hungry.
You were the one who said it.
No need to be so grumpy. If your mood's sour because you're hungry, I can share half a Finley with you.
Blah. I hate raw fish. And whether you're naming your food or devouring your own pets, either way, it's unnatural.
Please, Lady Mpuza, don't start a quarrel with her. She's just lost most of her companions because of William. Right now, we should be focusing on defeating our enemy.
You're much more reasonable. No wonder Noah prefers you over her.
What makes you think that?
What? What in the world is wrong with you?
You're impressive. To deduce that someone had laced the food with black blood at William's behest, without ever stepping foot in the kitchen. That was no small feat.
You have my respect as well. You didn't so much as flinch when you heard that William had used his twin identity to impersonate Goldland.
Once I realized William was behind it all, I began thinking from his perspective, how he might bring everything to a close.
And if he shared Goldland's face, he could easily pose as both victim and survivor.
To begin anew, under the name of the one he envied most. Captain Goldland. Wealthy, respected, untouchable. It may not be a perfect comparison, but I say this because I recently met someone who made a similarly extraordinary choice between two lives.
Ah, yes. The friend who waited 20 years for your return. It seems they shaped your thinking more than you realize.
Ironically, if we count our enemies among them, you may be the one who understands me best.
That remains to be seen. Let's find out whether the answers we carry in our minds are the same. Starting with...
Where has William fled to?
It doesn't matter. No one's death matters. That's fine. Even if no one in this world has ever cared for me. Even if no one ever needed me, so long as you remain. You never called me worthless. You saw my worth. You needed me. You're more beautiful than any other. Stronger than my brother, than Ba, than Van Helsing, than all those wretched Bloodborne. Anyone who dares stand in our way shall die aboard this ship. As long as I'm with you, we are invincible! Now, let me take you away. We'll return to that homeland you always dreamed of. Huh? She's gone? Where are you? You're playing with me, aren't you? You're just hiding, waiting for me to find you. Don't test me like this. Come out, my goddess. You know what I've done. I killed my brother. I killed the crew. All for you. Come out now. No one will ever take you to that wretched place again. That accursed Sunset Isle. Please. I did all this for you. If even you abandoned me, then what was any of this for? Come out now. Run!
Did you hear that?
Of course we heard it. William shouting in madness. Though what exactly happened, I cannot say.
But he's definitely there, at the far end of the corridor.
No, that's not the voice I meant. It's not his voice. It's something else.
You mean those foul things above us?
Something is clearly amiss with Amy. Look after her. As for blood beasts of this level...
Silver-haired and I are more than enough.
Then why does Jellyfish Girl still look half dead? Didn't we already finish off those monsters?
No! It's not them! That voice!
Ever since we descended to this floor, Miss Amy's behavior has been uncharacteristic. She's nothing like her usual self.
That voice, it won't stop. My head spinning.
William, the traitor who murdered your captain is just ahead. And this is the moment you choose to get seasick and fall to pieces? Oh, you're no better than he is.
You know the enemy is just ahead, so why are you shouting? What, hoping to give him time to prepare?
No. Oh, I've had this gnawing feeling we've forgotten something. Something both important and not. Oh, that dumb wolf.
Hattie's been alone this whole time. In the cabin above us.
Isn't it too late to realize this? There can't be many left alive aboard this ship. And if she's not strong...
Don't curse her. The dumb wolf may be dense, but she can definitely handle a few infected sailors. Though...
Impusa, you and Iona take Amy and head back the way we came. Find Hattie and regroup.
But we've no idea what horrors William may still have waiting. With just the two of you.
I don't know if Silver-Haired here has any hidden tricks left. But if I use the metamorphosis in a space this tight, I can't guarantee your safety.
No, I don't want to go back. She's there.
She? What are you talking about? Weren't you just strutting about all fearless? And now you're cowering at her voice? Ugh. Let Iona deal with her. I'll go drag that dumb wolf back myself.
No. Going alone now just gives him another isolated target. From this point forward, no matter what.
No one moves alone.
We'll look after Amy. And we will find Hattie. Leave this to us.
Let's go, Silver-Haired. It's time we put an end to this whirlpool of insecurity, jealousy, and greed.
Peace at last.
Tragedy, born of your cowardice, foolishness, and selfishness ends here.
Yes. It's all... over.
There's something wrong with him. His condition isn't normal.
From the beginning, that no one believed in me. No one needed me. And she came. She gave me hope. Gave me life. To free her, I killed all who might have discovered her, including my brother. To feed her, I turned every soul on this ship into flesh puppets. Bound by black blood, yet after all of it, she left me too. Just like the rest. Was I nothing but a jest? From the start?
Free her? I thought you were merely raising blood beasts here to sell them. But no. Selling was never your true aim. You tried to stop the ship from reaching Sunset Isle. You wanted to replace Goldland as captain. But even those were never your goal. You did all of this to set something free?
To feed her. You turned your former companions into blood beasts to feed this being. Blood beast that devours its own kind. Is it like the pestilence sealed in the Forbidden Grounds? A monster that draws power from bottomless hunger? I wonder, is there any link between this being and Amy?
Just what are you... What have you been harboring here?
Harboring? She was here long before this ship was ever built. No, more than that, she may be older than the world itself. She is the embodiment of beauty, the weight of ruin. More wicked than the darkest nightmare. She was once sealed within the divine body guarded by the Landis bloodline. But she devoured them all. The family, the island, everything. She is the world-ending calamity spoken of in hushed whispers. The one that stirs the deepest, most uncontrollable desires within mortal hearts. The adult devourer. Rana. though you might know her better by a different name. For she is also known as Famine, one of the 4 calamities acknowledged by the Church.
What did you say? Famine is on this ship?
Am I seeing this correctly? Is that fear in your smug face? At last, even you falter before her glory. Truly befitting my goddess. You of the Silver Cross ought to know better than anyone. No matter how skilled you are, you're still mere mortals. And a calamity? They're legends for a reason. They have slain even bell ringers.
A calamity can kill a bell ringer?
This is no exaggeration. It's written in the Church's chronicles. The former bell ringer number 10 fell to one of the calamities.
I've encountered both a calamity and a bell ringer recently. The calamity was still immature, but the despair the bell ringer instilled in me was far greater.
So you weren't boasting after all. You truly fought one.
He's lying. I ran a background check on you back on deck, before I even checked your ticket. You were replacing that schemer Kane, so I had to be thorough. You're nothing but a nameless scrap of flesh. Fresh-spawned and unworthy of being devoured by the beautiful Rana.
So, you're still just a child.
Regardless, the priority now is stabilizing the situation. Even if Famine is as powerful as he claims, no being is without weakness.
If she were truly unstoppable, she wouldn't be sealed away here, trapped aboard this ship, forced to rely on a trembling fool like William instead of stronger pawns like Goldland or Bob.
Shut your trap, Van Helsing! You keep ruining everything! Wait, Rana hasn't abandoned me. She's testing me!
What did you just drink?
I haven't eliminated all our enemies yet. But once I deal with you two...
He drank the black blood from that shattered vessel. He's completely lost his mind.
No! I've never been more clear-headed! So this is the rapture that comes with black blood! We shall become her sustenance. Become one with her! She wants me to bring you to her! She'll reward me! My goddess will surely embrace me again! Don't look at me with those eyes, Van Helsing! I don't need your pity!
I was born this way, but that's beside the point. William, I've seen your research records. If you had committed yourself to alchemy, you would have been exceptional.
Ha! Is this a great Albrecht's disciple offering me his final kindness?
Yes, I'm a disciple of Albrecht, the greatest alchemist in recorded history. But I offer you no kindness, only recognition of your mastery in alchemy.
Recognition? You actually think I'd be moved by that? I don't need your praise. I don't need anyone's approval anymore. I have her. I'll become part of her. And together, we'll be free!
Unfortunately for you, neither I nor my master nor any of the bell ringers will ever allow that to happen.
Enough of your sanctimonious talk, you coward! You couldn't even bring yourself to face the sea!
Something's wrong. This rocking. It's not from the storm.
Yes! This power! The one that swallows islands, overturns seas! I felt it in your blood before! Let me see it again!
What is that?
It's coming from above. That's the storage room!
I am Hattie. No, that's not right. I want to leave. I want to be free. I want to go home.
I am Rana, the Moon-Blessed, the calamity most feared among mortals. Famine!